got this shit knocking, bro.
Hello, people.
Chew.
You know what time it is, boy?
Man, no look.
We back in the cut with the
Podcast blast, baby. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm
Not
talking
So
about?
Cool podcast.
You know what I'm
boy.
saying? Not so cool podcast, baby. You remember that time in Houston?
Yeah, know what I'm saying? Going down.
One
H-Town.
time by the H-Town, baby.
Well, that's still going down, actually.
Yeah, to a point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people still talk like that.
Mm-hmm. Not so often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Here and there.
Your friend, Cut, he talks like that, kind of. He has a pretty country accent.
Oh,
Southern.
man.
He has a hardcore Southern accent.
Are we going to go straight into him? Or
We
gonna-
can. That's
Oh, the homie MC Cut. So he went out to, because we're a week off, so he went to South by with me. That was funny. So he went to South by with me to do the silent trap party. So he rode out there with me, but I had to shoot the fader for it. Excuse me. That's a distinguished cough.
It's that dusty cough.
All that pollen. So he came with me, and then we went to the fader for it, and he came, and that guy was turned up the whole time. And there was a period like for three. Oh, so let me describe it. Fader Fort is about.
It's about fun.
It's about 5,000 square. It's not
Oh.
a big place. It's like yeah. See.
I'm sorry.
See, here in Houston, sidetrack. Here in Houston, the pollen is really bad, and it's whooping everybody's ass. But let's go back to Fader Fort. MC Cut, turned up, having a good time, and then we get to we finish with Fader Fort. Then we go to the Silent Trap party, and he's doing the party, and mind you, he's been having a good time the whole day. So, if you get what I'm saying, we get to the Silent Trap party. He turned up there too. The DJ Havoc, he was like, yeah, he was live at 5 the whole time. You know what I'm saying? And at some point, MC Cut like falls off the stage. Like, so yeah, cool. All right, it happens. Falls off the stage. You live your life, keep it moving. But he busts his head open.
Wide open.
Wide open. So we're in a situation where it's 3:00 at night, and I have a gig back in Houston. So I'm doing a turnaround. So I'm doing my whole time in Austin, and I'm coming right back. So I'm like, do we take him to the hospital? If we take him to the hospital, we stuck out here. Or do we figure something out? Mind you, he's like just like shooting blood. Like it literally, if he takes his hand off, it's just like going down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going down. I was just like, damn. All right, we're going to go to Walgreens and see what we can do. So I go inside Walgreens, and why is there this girl who's in PT school, physical therapy? So they have to go through a little of that, and they understand the human body and everything like that. And she
At
just
3 a.m.?
At 3 a.m. So she like pretty much holds my hand, walks me through it. She's like, you need this, you need some of this, you need that, you need this. You're going to want to do this, you want to do that. So I go out there. I have gloves on. I'm like Fred the nurse. No, forget Fuji Fred. I'm Nurse Fred. And I go out there and I hit his head with the butterfly ties, and we apply pressure. But at the end of the day, he looks like a mummy when we finish with him because we.
He's wrapping up his head?
Oh yeah, because even though you feel like you did everything right, you're still like, I'm gonna wrap your head up to the maximum. So I use the whole roll, then I get another roll and I wrap his head again. And I'm just like, it's funny, man. And he's still turned up though. So the whole time I'm wrapping his head, he's like, man, yeah, nah. I'm just like, calm down, bro. Chill, like, stop it. And he keeps moving around. He wouldn't stop. I say we get about 5 minutes into the drive, he's dead.
Sleep.
But I have to periodically wake him up to
Yeah.
make sure, he doesn't have a coma, doesn't go into a coma. By the time we got to his house, when we wake him up, he looked at me like he didn't even recognize me. Who's this? I was like, oh, you're home, bro. You enjoyed your day. You had a blast, and now you're delivered. It was funny, man.
Yeah, like, he was a interesting guy. He was a very interesting person.
He was having a good time, man. I love that.
And it's, well, shit, just I might as well just, I guess, go into South by a little bit.
Let's dig into it.
So, as you were saying, Fader Fort's not these days, it's not a big thing like it used to be. And
I think it's still a big thing. I just think the
bigger.
square footage
No,
of Fader Fort is not the same.
It was bigger. It was bigger.
Okay.
I'm not saying it was massive, but it was just like definitely 2 times bigger than what it was this year.
Okay.
But the fact that so y'all got there about 2, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he was missing for like how many hours?
Bro, for like 5 hours.
And again, Fader Fort was not big. Like, wow.
Wow. Siri just interrupted. Siri, shut up.
Oh yeah, we didn't give our special guest Siri.
Apple,
But
send the check.
Fader's not a big place, and the fact that this guy went missing, like MIA, for like hours.
How many people you think were in there? Like 1,000?
Give or take. But
I'm
it's
like,
not
where
hard
you-
to lose somebody.
Yeah, I'm like, where you been? He's like, I was over there. I was like, bro, how?
Over there, it's like literally like
Right there. I'm like, I've been looking over there for that past hour. I don't see you.
Because me and you would stray away from each other here and there, but it's like, oh, there goes Fred, or there goes Mike.
But I was probably the second biggest black guy
Nah,
there.
yeah, it's true. I really was looking for it
It's
because you were wearing a red T-shirt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking for like, okay, guy in a red T-shirt. But I mean, even Tay and them, like I was bumping into them the whole time. There was people I was bumping into the whole time, like people I was like women I kept seeing, like people in general. The fact that we did not bump into him not once, like
At
from the
all.
time he left or we left him.
Where's Waldo, a.k.a. where's MC Craig, bro? We could not find
So
him.
that's just funny. That's just a whole funny thing. And
How was your first day at Fader Fort? How did you feel about it?
so I wasn't there the first day. So just in case people don't know, Fader Fort's a 3-day thing. It
Mhm.
was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
No, I mean your first day that you went, not the first day of Fader Fort.
Oh,
Me and you didn't make the first day.
My very first time doing Fader, or
This
my first day here.
day at Fader
Oh,
2018.
It was good. I enjoyed it. You showed up there a little bit later. I got there a little bit earlier. The first day was the first day I went, at least, and it's usually always like this. The first 2 days are always a little more. Not as many people are in there. You can mingle a little bit more. I was able to take a photo very easily with that little Fader stand thing, and getting drinks was easier. Just everything's a little bit easier. But I had fun. I always have fun doing Fader, and those days we were actually able to go backstage and chill out, get free food and free drinks, and like chill in the whole Beats area. So it's cool. Like you're actually.
You want to tell the funny story about me, or or I should tell it?
With which one, Andy?
Yeah.
Okay, so the owner and Mr. Andy, I've been knowing of him for a while, and even though I follow him and I see him a few times on my Instagram, I didn't recognize him. So he's taking pictures, and Fred's like, "Yo, who is that guy?" And really, I'm just like, "Oh, he's probably just like nobody or whatever." So Fred goes up to the guy and was like, "Hey, quick question." And to me, it was awkward. I was like, "You're being really weird right now," but it was probably like the best, funniest thing ever that he could have ever done. And he was just like, "Who are you? Like, why?
I had to know.
Like, why the fuck are people taking pictures with you? Like, like pretty much that's what he said. Like, who the fuck are you? Like, why the fuck are people taking pictures with you?" And the dude just like was laughing. He was just like telling Fred like, "Yo, that is like the best thing I've ever heard in my like entire life." And he's like, "Yo, I'm Andy. I don't want to butcher his last name. Cohen, is it Cohen, or again, I don't want to butcher the last
I
name."
have a friend it's K and it's Khan. So I'm assume it's with the C. It might still be.
Okay, so I don't want to butcher his last name, but yeah, so he's one of the founding guys of Fader.
Bruh, like every 1 minute, somebody was going up to talk to him, big smile, shaking his hand. He was just like, yeah. And I asked you, and it didn't. For you, you said it didn't click who he was.
Yeah, no, it really, because I was really just keeping my eye out. Because the thing with Fader is you never know who will pop up.
Yeah.
Like you never know who would just pop up and come through. And since we were backstage, I was like, I was really just keeping an eye out. Like, Jay-Z could pop up. Trinidad James popped up. So I'm just going from the biggest artist to the smallest artist. Yeah, so you just never know who's there, who will pop up and come through. Fader Fort is a pretty cool thing. So yeah, I mean, I wasn't checking for I'm just like, oh, like okay, that's just a random white guy. And,
White dude, white dude, white dude.
and then even when he
Black
said
guy,
that,
who's a black guy?
when first like white people get taking pictures with him, I'm just like
Over and
I
over.
was like, I don't know, man.
He was like he was taking more pics than breathing.
I believe it, and I was seeing it, but I just thought in my mind I just thought it was people that were just happy to be there and just taking pictures with. Like I thought everybody just knew each other, and we were like the outcasts. So I just thought everybody knew each other and wanted pictures. Like I feel like when Fader comes, it's like a gathering of people. Like everybody knows each
The
other.
insiders.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, it's probably just people that haven't seen each other since like last year, and they're just getting pictures with each
It's
other.
cold in New York. Let's go do something in Austin.
Yeah. So yeah, he ended up being like a very important person behind the scenes, very important person who was like who are the important people in my opinion, and it left an impression on him.
Because I mean, and I think that's part of me being pre internet. You know, like I like lived in the real world. I'm not saying that, people who live in the internet they're wrong about that, but living in the real world, when you need to know who somebody is, you had to either ask somebody left or right of you, and if they didn't know, shit, hey, what you do? Who are you?
Yeah.
I remember there's a club owner, the former club owner of V Live, DC is his name, and I was working at Home Depot at the time, and dude comes in there with a Bentley, baby blue.
Okay.
Yeah, baby blue Jordan stuff all on. And I'm a kid at Home Depot. I'm like, bro, what you do? I've always been like that.
Yeah.
I mean, and he told me what he did. I'm not gonna say what he does. It's nothing illegal, but it's his business. So I've always been that guy who will just boldly, man, how you do that? Or and if it's something that aligns up with what I can do, then that might be something I venture into.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times, it's something completely different from my world. And I'm just curious. So I literally just was like, man, who are you?
Yeah.
Like, why is everybody taking a photo with you? And like he said, I was like, yeah, I don't know. I just think that's how you should do things. But he says it's awkward.
No, I don't think it's awkward. It was just, I guess to me, like that moment was just like, it was just funny.
I mean, we wrote into a conversation with him. So
No, we did. No, it was like, it was the funniest, like I said, it was the funniest, best thing ever. But just like at that moment, it was just, you were like, you weren't just like, hey man, just a quick question, like who are you? Like it didn't come out smooth. You were like, hey, so like you technically you didn't say it, but you're like technically like, who the fuck are you? And like, should we care? like should I care? Should I get a picture? Like that's what.
Now with the backstory, the member of Wu-Tang, Raekwon was there.
Yeah.
I would have never known to take the photo of Andy and Raekwon
Yeah,
together if I'd never said, man, who are you?
Yeah.
And once I found out who he was, Raekwon was the New York people say blowing a J. Harlem, Brooklyn. I'm just being ignorant. Don't mind me, I'm from Texas. But so he was blowing a J, and Andy comes up and is like, starts talking to him, and I just snap away, and I got a really good photo out of it. So I mean, situations build into other situations. Yeah,
it's moments. And I'm pretty sure, like, I mean, that's what Fader also just came out the photo book. I mean, that's what Fader is about. The moments that they've had and everything. I mean, I think Fader is a still huge platform for a lot of artists, especially in the time where print is kind of going away in a lot of magazines.
Yeah.
I mean, Fader still seems to be holding its own. Like people want to be on the cover of Fader, and they've had big names on there.
Oh man, that was the number one question I got that day. Like I'll take that photo. Is this for the Fader? Nah. Them two over there, those are for the Fader. I wasn't like, I was like, nah, I'm just getting some stuff for myself.
Yeah.
But it was cool, man. I really enjoyed it.
And the ones that were shooting for the Fader, you probably wouldn't have thought they were shooting for the Fader.
Nah. There was one young lady and then one guy. He was very quiet and discreet, but they were getting some good stuff.
They did. For the past 2 years, I've seen them. I don't know if they've done it prior, but for the past 2 years, it's my first time seeing them. But yeah, they were getting the job done.
Yeah, they were getting stuff done. So day 2 of the Fader, the lockdown begins.
Oh, that's the long day.
Whew, it was hot outside, bro.
Man.
Oh God. So I go into the venue and I get in there and it's so hot. I'm calling Mike. I'm like, bro, where are you? And Mike is in the shade. And he's like, hey, I'm over here.
I'm not
I'm
moving.
not moving. So I get over to the shade. The shade ain't no shade. It's still hot. There's pollen all in the air. My eyepiece on my camera, that's why my eyes have been itching crazy. It was just catching pollen. And then every time I would go in, it's like, oh. By the end of the day, my eyes were super itchy.
No, my camera it was dusty.
Dusty.
I got some Q-tips and just.
You did too?
Yeah.
I use the air spray.
Yeah, I don't have that no more. So I got some Q-tips, but no, it was hot as fuck.
It was super hot, bro.
Like, cause I had a baseball jersey. I had sweatpants, Adidas sweatpants.
Okay, so the day before I wore shorts, the day before you wore
Adidas sweatpants,
and
I had a baseball jersey on with a tank top on.
No, I'm talking about the day before.
Oh, the day before, I had jeans. I think I just had jeans and a t-shirt on. I was just chilling. Man. But I had my jacket with me that day. It was tight around me, so
I was set up better for Saturday on Friday.
Yeah, no, so was
I had the shorts and everything. You too, because we had like layers to take off, and then you get out there and it's like today the hottest day in Austin. Suffering, bro.
And so last year they didn't have water last year, and I remember, and if they did, they ran out on the last day, and people were. Because it's usually the last day. The last day is always the biggest day for Fader, and people don't usually want to leave and go in and out. And it's always like they shut it down. It's always like it gets at a capacity quicker. And last year I was suffering, and they were giving us vitamin water. But man, when you're like thirsty, you want water. Like
no, they eventually had water.
No, this year they had a lot of water. I mean, before they even let us in, they were giving us water in the line and. They had water all in the little ice things that were filled up with vitamin water and water. And another cool thing is they had a ice cream little stand that was amazing. The ice cream there was freaking delicious.
Bruh.
Like
I had
delicious.
coconut. Oh, yeah. It was so good. That was done.
I had the vanilla.
That was done by
I was able to get 2, thank God.
Fatty.
Nah, I'm not tripping. That shit was
you
good.
actually need the calories that day. It was too dumb hot, bro.
Yeah, it was super hot, and you came through with the tacos.
Oh yes,
man, that was much. That was.
It was like life, give it. Oh, that's another funny. MC Cut had like 6 tacos at the end of the night.
He was everywhere.
Why do you have 6 tacos? You want a taco, bro? Yeah, okay, man, whatever. It was funny.
But no, South by Southwest, if you haven't done it, I think everybody should experience it. Photographer or just a regular person.
Patronizer.
Yeah, go out there. Have a plan for sure. Have a plan.
Oh yeah, you can't mob the streets or anything like that.
Have a plan. Have an itinerary. Check the weather. Be prepared for cold, rain, and heat.
Because it's all going to happen. Yeah. And pollen.
Yeah, pollen. Just, man, go out there, have fun, eat, drink water, RSVP ahead of time for stuff, you know.
Yeah. I'm going to take this moment to eat my words. Block Boy.
Oh yeah.
He live at 5. Because I was all like, I don't think, no, that guy has.
But Mike don't know nothing. Mike don't know.
I think he's going to be good, but I don't think,
I don't think he's gonna be like superstar, but he's
another. He's
another young guy with a lot of energy. If you're not like just because even me, my most familiar song with him is that one with Drake, but he went out there and performed other hits, his hits,
and people knew him.
No, yeah, and not only that, he was just having fun. The energy was there. He had his team was on there. Just everybody was just dancing, having fun. He got in the crowd, didn't he? Or he
got
in the crowd like he was, he got the crowd involved, and that's fun. I mean, it's those type of shows. I think are like
Ray Sherman. They had an amazing set, but Block Boy was he was up there. He came up and did his thing.
Ray Shrimmer was better just because they have more hits.
Oh yeah, when the Black
and it's 2, and it's 2 of them.
Yeah,
and they're both high energy. They Sway Lee jumped in the crowd. The other one tried to jump in the crowd, but it just didn't work out. He almost fell.
False alarm.
Jimmy, yeah. I got a lot of dope photos from there. I had
that one where he was like kicking at your canvas.
Yeah, so what he actually did, he didn't kick it hard. I felt it hit the lens hood. It's like he touched it, and I was like, that's when I scooted back because he was super close to me. But I was able to get that shot and did the little caption, and he commented on it and all that cool stuff.
Oh, you guys are friends now! Yay!
I mean, I don't like speaking on my relationships with people. No, I'm just kidding. But it's cool, man. I've met them twice, and they've been super dope. Super. I mean, even during Mala Luna the first year, they were the ones that gave me access to be backstage with them for like a few after their set.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, so like I was walking by and they're like, "Yo, where you going?" Like they stopped me, and I was like, "Oh," because I was like, "Oh, I'm not supposed to be backstage." Like, no, man, just stay with us. Got a few clicks, a few shots with them, and they went on stage, shot that set, and cool, super cool people. I met their at the time their assistant when they came to Houston. She gave me and my little cousins VIP tickets, so I took them to watch Yachty and stuff. So that's cool. So all that's super cool. The whole South by Southwest Fader thing. I shot Pandora as well. That was dope. Like I said, South by Southwest is a dope experience. I think everybody should go. I met a lot of dope people too. Other photographers. I mean, owners and this and that. I mean, you meet a lot of dope people. This is the most fun I had, and and as far as photography wise, this is the least I've done. But I had a lot of fun. This is probably like one of my best experiences for me personally.
Yeah, I did enjoy myself because I mean I'm from the era of Sig going down to 6th Street and Dirty Six and
yeah. So like for South by, you're not gonna be on. There's like two sides of 6th Street. They call it the dirty, and like there's the other side where like a lot of stuff does happen. If you don't have a plan, even if you're not familiar with South by,
don't go to the dirty.
Yeah,
maybe at night. And
towards the end, if you're gonna go have fun, drink, it gets like super, but it's just like crazy dumb crowded. I didn't even go down that side of 6th Street this year. I didn't even like go. Like when I was supposed to do that World Star thing, I went around. The little bike dude took me around. You want to what?
World Star. I mean, I think that guy made. Let's not say names for our safety. I'm just kidding. But I think he did the right thing by not performing.
Oh yeah, no, Tekashi, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. No, I mean he came out in I don't know if you recently saw his interview with Breakfast Club.
He did a great job. What's your face was trying to troll him the whole time, and he,
Charlemagne.
But he's always trying to troll people, but he defended himself really well, and everything he was saying was facts.
Yes and no.
What it was lie?
Well, I'm not gonna say lies, but
that right now that episode is doing really good on YouTube right now
because he's
if you put his name in the title of something.
No, I'm not. He's very. I'm trying to pick my wording because he keeps saying he's the hottest rapper out right now, but I'm not gonna.
So what
say
does
that
hot mean to you?
When you're like hottest rapper. When we're talking about artist or rapper, that means it's revolving around their music. He right now, he's probably bigger than his music right now. I feel like.
Oh yeah, he is,
and not in a good way. Is what I'm saying.
You keep saying that him and the beefing is a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing.
I do. He's okay. Now, I don't wish this upon nobody, but I've told you this already.
21 Savage and Amber Rose, they broke up.
Yeah, that's old already. Not old, but like that's like last week. Yeah.
Oh my god!
But I think he's probably gonna end up. Like I told you, he's probably gonna end up hurt or dead by the end of the year.
Ooh, Tekashi?
Yeah. And I don't wish that upon nobody, but I'm just saying, I think the route he's going.
Yeah, I agree. Inviting everybody to test your gangster, eventually somebody will.
I mean, there's people in Houston he's messing with that I don't think he should go down that road. There's people in LA that also he shouldn't be going down that road with, and it's.
But side note, I'm trying to find the Birdman one and to see which one is the most.
Oh,
right now he is.
Birdman is. I think it's still a little bit above, if I'm not mistaken.
You done or you finish?
Some respect on my name.
There we go. Let me cut that off. Let's see. Okay, Birdman is at 13 million, but that's been on there for a year.
It's almost 2 years, I think.
Yeah, Tekashi
4.9.
Bro, he's like at number 2 now. I'm gonna look through it better.
He's there.
Yeah, it's up there.
And I'm not knocking him whatsoever. Like the dude.
And then if he does die, it's gonna become like number 1.
Probably.
I don't wish no death on that young man at all. He's doing his thing, self-made, loving it. He's doing his thing. Yeah, man, you got to shoot young Jeezy. How was that?
Oh, so the first time,
Snowman.
The first time I shot him or just even seen him.
Oh, that's what I called you about. Yo, he's retiring. So you shot his. I don't know if he's gonna do any more shows after that.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna do because he's doing one more album. I'm pretty sure he's gonna do one more tour.
Okay,
But yeah, no, I caught wind of that after I shot it. So I was,
I
oh
was like,
shit.
bro, what if he's done after that? That's live,
Yeah,
live.
yeah. So the Jeezy show was actually really good. I'm just super upset that. So when he came out, he came out for
This
like
dude's never happy.
I'm not. He came out for like 10 seconds and he was performing the hit, and then a whole bunch of snow just started coming everywhere. And my freaking camera would not get in focus on him. It was kept focusing on the snow, so I missed like.
Oh, you gotta change your metering.
It's just okay.
I'll show you how to do that.
So, but
I've
I
had the
missed
same. I've
a
had.
lot of good shots, and I was so upset. Like they would have been heat probably.
Jeez,
But
Louise.
other than that, I super enjoyed the show. He he was actually way better than I thought. Because when I first saw him, I think it
The
was
dude is loaded.
no
with
the hits.
hits.
I like it's like
You know, but you
until you
don't know.
until you hear it or watch it or see it or whatever, it's like shit. So I stay like usually I shoot like for most shows I shoot and I'm gone. I'm done. Like but
Oh, I stayed the whole
yeah, I
time.
stayed and I was just like, oh shit. Yeah.
He has so
Yeah, and
many.
even when I got in the car, I went found me a Jeezy playlist on the Apple shit and I was jamming. I was like,
The
damn.
dude got a lot of hits, and then he performs like with vigor. You know, he's not in there just, like some of these new rappers that
For
just
his
kind of walk.
age, he had a nice performance. It was
Oh,
good.
he go
It
hard.
was good. No,
He's
yeah.
sweating. He's giving you
Oh, yeah,
his
yeah,
all
yeah.
for
Oh,
real.
no, he
For real.
was,
So
he
he
was.
truly deserves all. I mean, I just the way music is moved now. I don't see him dropping anything and it being like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But the dude was really the dude for a long
Oh,
time.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I remember
The dude was the dude.
when the whole little snowman thing was happening and people were like, I even
Man,
had
the
it. The
snowman.
shirts with the snowman on it. Did you ever have those shirts? I had.
I'm Nigerian, and my mom, anything
Oh,
related to drugs.
my mom didn't know what it was.
Yeah, I came in the house one time singing "Ice, Ice, Baby," dun, 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 and the back of my head got slapped because on TV they talked about ice, the drug ice, and I got that I slapped out of me.
No, yeah, my mom just didn't know when she was buying what she was buying me. So
I understand. So your first time shooting Jeezy, you
second
loved it.
time.
Second,
First time I just really didn't get nothing good. His
Mm.
performance wasn't as good either. So I really wasn't expecting a lot from this performance, but it was way better than.
Him and Rick Ross are two guys that aren't going to jump around and scream and yell, but the music and their delivery,
Yeah,
good. I hope Ross goes on tour again. I want to see it.
I'm sure he will. I'm
Okay.
sure he will. I think he's doing Float Fest this year in San Marcos. I
Mhm.
think. I would have to look up on that.
I think
but
he's done that a couple years in a row.
maybe. But yeah, no. That was a dope performance. Shout out to Sheldon. He was there.
Oh yeah, Sheldo, baby. That boy offers tickets and everything. That was cool.
Yeah,
I
and,
think he was shooting like officially for them.
No, so he told me his little thing. He works for this company that provided the sound or something. That did something. Pretty much every time Jeezy comes in, they work with him. So he was working with that company,
Oh, dope.
and he was just really close. And he just
Told your whole plug, Sheldon. We told it, man. The world knows your plug now.
And yeah, no, he was able to shoot the show, and I gave him as much advice as I could. Like,
Sorry I wasn't there, Sheldon. You could have got real advice. I apologize.
This
It's
guy,
okay.
this guy.
Maybe next time. I'll be there.
But there wasn't that many photographers there.
Nah, a lot of people don't, because he's not an internet.
The crowd was very different too. The crowd was an older crowd.
Oh yeah.
It was like a club crowd, honestly.
No, that's who's gonna go.
And yeah, it was super packed. And,
And
it was
the
horrible.
aroma of weed.
Yeah, it was in there.
Yeah. Because I did him at Arena, and it was like crazy. You got me. Yeah, it was all good. Yeah. So Jeezy. I shot In the Bloom.
That's stupid.
Is that hate?
Yeah.
Is that hate? I hear your voice. Yeah. Nah, In the Bloom was really dope. Great job on the rebranding and everything.
Too. Oh, I thought it was gonna rain this weekend too.
I was praying it was. I need that pollen out the sky, man. But yeah, it was a really good job of the rebranding. The festival was really good. I finally got to see Little Uzi. in
Oh, how was
person.
it? How was his performance? Was he lit?
But that dude is like
Right.
anybody who don't like him, you don't like yourself. The guy's a star.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
He's a all out star.
Yeah, because I know you were saying, well, you were telling me you were worried about his performance. And I figured,
Yeah,
yeah, I
I
mean,
was because he's been canceling at different things. So I was like, man, I need it because I haven't gotten them. I got like 4 really good images of them. I wasn't allowed all access, and he did some really live stuff, and he had some really good pyro too. So if you had all access, you should have some dumb stuff like they had the pyro coming down and everything. It was really good.
damn.
But Uzi is a talent, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You might not like his music or anything like that, but the way he can cultivate people is a talent on its own. And he's just live at 5. And then all my friends are dead. And he played that. He played it back to back twice. So he performed it one time, and then he threw the mic into the crowd, and then it just played. And then they gave him another mic, and he's like, "Man, I'm not doing it no more." And he left. But the thing is, he's so loud. But he did like 10 songs. But I could tell,
okay.
I could tell by the 10 songs that he wasn't gonna like give you a full on. Because I wanted Love Is Rage 1 and 2, and then some of his different
Yeah.
projects.
The bag probably wasn't that big.
Nah, so he was just in and out, boom, 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 and it was live at 5. Like it was really good. Dude, super tatted, has more tats.
Oh, yeah.
I slept on them Jordans, bro.
Which one?
Them cements, the 3s.
Oh,
I super slept on them.
I got mine. Not the newest ones that released with the Nike, but they have the little Jordan symbol in the back.
I slept on them. So I don't know if I from plugs. If
He has them. He had them on.
He had them on, and I just keep seeing them. I was like, damn, I slept on those for real, and they live. But yeah, he did his thing though. It was a great performer. We'll see who else. I heard Ying. I didn't see Ying Yang. They did their thing.
Man, old dude looked really old. The skinny one that always made that noise.
Mhm.
He looked really old.
They're 40 something,
Damn,
and they probably did a lot of drugs.
that's true. I would have liked to see their performance.
Oh yeah, they have some hits.
Oh yeah, no.
When they roll into them,
yeah,
you're
no,
like,
no.
damn, they loaded. They could go to a show and do a good 15 songs straight, and you're just like,
During that era with them and Lil Jon and
Yeah.
all that, and 3 6 Mafia was coming back out again, and
they
yeah,
had some
they
hits. Yeah, they was
had.
rolling.
That's the same era when Jeezy was out too. Jeezy was doing his thing around that time.
Atlanta was
and-
just killing it, crushing it. Dog, I sat down and I looked at all the. Oh, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. So he was live. Ugly God, I didn't know. I knew Ugly God was juicy, but I didn't know like he has a song F Ugly God. So he comes out with that. He's like F Ugly God. Ugly God, and they're going in, and the kids lose their minds. And he says, hold on. I'm gonna go get into some other stuff, but I need y'all to keep that energy. And he goes into the other stuff, and the kids still going crazy. Then he comes back with the F Ugly God. Kids lose their mind. Then he rolls into water. The place blows up, bro. I didn't know because the Bud Light stage was the main big stage. I mean, there was another big stage on the other end where Lil Dicky performed,
Mhm.
but this was like the one with the hill and everything. And I was like, Ugly God on this stage? I ain't know.
For the kids, yes, the kids love him.
Wow, going nuts. And that's who really came. Like, most of the patrons were like 14 to 18 years old.
Because you have your.
Did you see? I don't know if you see my stories.
Yeah, the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because right now, Ugly God is a big name, especially with the younger generation. 21 Savage is still.
Yeah.
He's not the best performer, but he's still there. And Lil Dicky just has like a weird crowd, and especially Uzi. Like these are some big.
Yeah. It was loaded. They were loaded. Lil Dicky did a super good. I think he said the N word, but I was watching his lips. So I think there was a part where he said it, but I'm pretty sure it was his what's your face, his hype man, who was African American. But I'm watching you, Dicky. I'm watching that, Dicky.
That's good.
Oh my God.
Really
Nah, he put on a super good show. She killed it.
yeah, that's what I wanted to see.
Yeah,
I've
her
been hearing a
killed
lot
it.
of good things about her. I haven't ever actually sat down and listened to her music, but I've heard a lot of good things about her. I don't know what
All
is.
that. The dance.
Oh, dancing.
Yeah, I was dancing. But yeah, she killed it.
Drum. Yes.
Oh, Drum killed it. He killed it. Drum is he's like my age. Like when I was
I was surprised.
when I went to go look at the photos, I was like, oh snap, you got gray hair. Yes, celebrities, we do that to you. We look at your photos. We go in.
Zoom all the way and find your
We'll
flaws.
see if you have a booger. Yeah. But leave it to Fred to be childish and say booger. But yeah, Drum. I didn't know he was that age. Overall, I had a really good experience. I didn't make it to the second day at all. I was chillaxing.
Shaking my head. Shaking.
I had a
my
bunch of other gigs I had to
head.
do that were.
I feel you. Yeah.
So,
I didn't get to go at all. So,
haha.
but so on the back end, not of photography, no homo. I worked a art festival, just helping this guy I work with, helping him out with his company. So it was an art festival. It's called the Bayou City Art Festival. I didn't realize that like people are really buying like just photos of like clouds and like sunsets and just like scenery type stuff and like they're paying like $300, $400, $500 probably for this stuff because it's Bayou City, like the Bayou City Art Festival is like it's for like local artists, Houston based, and it's like a lot. It's not just photos; it's like paintings, sculptures, like a lot of shit. People were just buying a lot of stuff, and it's for the rich people.
So you telling me I need to take pictures of last?
I mean, I was asking like, how much is it to have a booth in there? Like, for the crowd that was there, like, if I was to like have a whole bunch of like live music photos, I probably wouldn't sell much. But if you like,
what if you did live music of what they listen to?
Yeah, but a lot of them are probably dead.
Oh, they were that old?
It was older. It was older white crowd, mainly.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Not that old, but yeah, if it was probably like people that they listened to, are like, yeah, I would have sold. But like for me, like having a photo of Lil Uzi, I don't think they would hang that in there.
You got pics of Lil Dicky.
But yeah, I was seeing a lot. I was just like seeing their their frames and stuff like that, and I was like, yo, like how much was that? Dude, like $350, and it was just like a photo, like sunset. I don't think it was here in Houston because it was like a really big open field, but there was a whole bunch of trees, but the trees looked dead.
I mean, in essence, what you're paying for is a piece of that person's life.
Maybe.
People, no, I mean,
yeah.
When you really get the way I look at it, if I buy, so I bought the homie Jimmy Shoe. Hold on, let me say his name proper because we're talking about buying prints.
Well,
you gonna make the podcast, dog.
Well, I'm gonna well see. I guess it's also the person because me, like when I think about having my own space, like I bought this super dope Kurt Cobain poster in LA, and to me it's like super dope. Like I can't wait to have my own spot and just hang that somewhere. Like those are the type of photos that I like. I mean, I'm not trying
everybody to teach.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So like it's just prior generation and just being that person. I'm pretty sure there's people there that would love a dope photo of Kurt Cobain too.
Jimmy She is H.
Jimmy Choo?
No, it's H. Oh. It's SHIII. So I don't have to say that. But he's a homie based out of Chicago, and he went and did a shoot from a helicopter. And I was like, man, he was selling the prints, and I bought one.
How much? Don't mind me asking. But see,
somewhere between $50 and $100.
See, that would sell too, probably. Like stuff like that would sell.
Yeah, because I have a photo from the helicopter. If I were to sell it, I want $500.
Like, if you were to set up how big?
20 by 30.
Okay, yeah. If you were out like a little tent there or something, you probably could sell some of those photos.
Because I was on a helicopter, doing a one-time thing, so I think I should be, compensated for it. But hey,
I mean, everybody has their price. I mean, whatever you want.
Everybody got their price.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Anything else happening in InBloom though?
Okay. Backtrack. Connecting two events together. Funny. Remember that? What was the other funny thing? Because we have like so many funny things that happen. We're just bad at conveying it sometimes.
At South by?
Yeah, South by. You remember when I was sitting down?
Hold on. That's funny.
So I was sitting down in front of the stage, and I have this face that I'll show it to you guys. Hold on. Let me see if I can bring it.
No, that wasn't the face.
It's worse than that.
So, when I saw you, I was like, "Oh, Fred's dead." But like I was like, "Oh, Fred's drained. He's tired."
That's all. I'm just tired.
So, no, tell the story. You want me to tell you?
I will go in and out. So I'm sitting down, and this is the only place. I'm like, bro, I could sit down here because we're in the photo pit and they have like these little steps that we
Yeah.
can sit. I'm like, I'm gonna sit down because there's nowhere to sit in there. We're standing the whole time. So I sit down and I kind of like zone out and start relaxing. And I do this thing where when I start to relax, I'm just like looking dead. And EMS comes in there, and I'm looking at EMS, and they're looking at me, and I'm looking at them, and I'm looking at them, they're looking at me, and I'm thinking they're gonna walk past me. So I'm looking to the left, like, man, who's dying, bro? Or which one of these kids is over the rack, and they
Yeah.
come to me, you okay, sir? Bruh, I'm fine. Do you need me to stand up? They give me some water. I drink the water. But to loop two and two, as I'm walking up to in the bloom, I'm walking, and I've been walking a long time, so I have the same face on. So as I'm coming up, the lady who's the EMS at the, are you okay, sir? I'm like, okay, you know what? Note to self, new face. Stop having that face. I have to walk around with a big smile because I'm scaring a bunch of people with how I look. Because that was really funny. You looked at me too. You just like, what's going on? Did you know they were coming for me?
No. So okay. So this is my side of the story. Okay. So I'm gonna just tell it a little bit different. So first of all, like we said, it was hot as fuck. Okay, so we're drained, we're beat, we're tired. I'm even tired. Like when we're going in out of the pit, like I'm at the point where I'm not gonna be walking around and mingling no more. So I'm like, I'm like
They're mingling.
yeah. So before we go into the pit, me and Freddie are like right there in the corner, and we're on the little cage that separates the pit and the crowd in the pit, whatever. So the whole time, but towards the end of the night, I'm already leaning on it. I'm chilling. I'm tired, but I'm not like drained. I'm just like, you're tired. The sun's beating you up. Been out there for hours. So anyway, we go in the pit. Who was gonna perform? Who was it that was about to perform? I don't remember who it was. I don't remember who it was. But I saw Fred sit down. I was like, okay, yeah. I mean,
I
damn.
think it was right. I think it was Block Boy who was about to
Okay,
perform.
maybe. And so I'm standing up. I'm okay. I'm not I'm not dead. And I'm like, oh, Fred sat down. Like, oh yeah, he's tired. I don't blame him. Like I sat down and stood up. Whatever. So I see EMS. I look. I see Fred. But in my mind, I'm like, okay, Fred's dead and tired. Like Fred's dead. But I'm not like thinking like, oh, they're coming for him. I look over at Fred like, okay, so who's really like dying? Like I'm looking in the crowd. I'm looking at the staff security people, and dude's just sitting there too. I'm like, all right, he's fine. I was like, so what's going on?
So who's dying? You know?
Yeah, so I'm looking, and then they go up to Fred, and I'm like, oh, because yo, Fred, like, so you weren't just sitting there. First of all, you were literally like
leaning over.
no, not even leaning. You were slouched. You were just like hung over. Like, so this is how you were. I'm gonna take you were just like this. You were just no lie. You were just, and I know you well enough that that's how when you're tired, that's how you are. Like you just kind of plop down, and you're a big guy, so when you just like relax, this is how you were. Your arm was just dangling, and you were just like just zoned out. So you were just zoned out, looking like you were just gonna die. Like you took like 1,000 pills. But in my mind, when I glance over there, I'm like, oh, Fred. He's tired.
Fred's just tired.
He's zoned out, chilling, being a freaking weirdo. Like I've known this guy for years now. I've seen him mad, angry, happy, hyper, tired, like all the above. So it's like it's nothing with you. I'm literally looking for somebody in distress. Like who the fuck is dying?
I'm looking for a dead person the whole time.
And they go up to Fred. I'm just like, wow. Like they really thought. Like I get it.
It clicks. I mean, I understand. I look like I'm dying, but like, bro, I'm not dying. I need to get up. And I try to get up. They make me sit down. They give me some water. Well, that water was refreshing, bro.
No.
And they gave me another one afterwards. Did I give it to you?
I think you did.
Yeah. Okay, whatever, guys. Y'all don't know that I got to go take more pictures after this.
Yeah.
But so that was funny. But in the bloom, as I'm walking up, the lady's like, "Are you okay, man? You look like you're gonna pass out, man. Here's some water." She gives me some water and everything. So note to self: watch my face because everybody thinks I'm dying. That was really funny, bro.
Quick thing I wanted to touch on personally because one of the things that I just kind of want to like, I don't know if this will help people or not, but when making relationships and having relationships as far as in the photography world or in any type of networking or working with people, I also learned a lot during South by. And back in the day, I used to stress and I used to try to hunt people down, and people would tell you like, hey, I do this, I do that. I'm working for them, or they want to work with you, and this and that, whatever the dream is they try to sell. Back in the day, I would fall for it all the time, and I would, oh yeah, this guy knows Drake, and he's like Drake's best friend, and he like said he's gonna take me on tour, and I'll go do it, whatever. So I just learned. I think everybody should do this too. Is just start just doing what feels right and what you think is best for you. I had like a situation where a guy was kind of like giving me a runaround, and me and him cleared the air about it. We talked about it, but I just looked back on it, and to me, I kind of just saw a little bit of my growth personally. And I know back in the day, I would have been stressing about it, and me being human, I felt bad about it because I don't like doing bad business, but I also have to keep in mind like my time. My time is important, and even and I kept trying to meet this person, and but he kept saying, "I'm here, no, I'm here. Let's do this, let's do that," and I just finally just like gave up. Like I'm not gonna be chasing anybody down. And long story short, I just felt like I did what was best for me. I think everybody in the long term should do that. Um, it just didn't feel
Don't kill
right.
yourself, man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. Don't stress yourself. And
because I even told you, and shout out to Greg Noor. Uh, I was listening to his podcast, and he gives a story of between gigs at South by, and eventually he's just like, "Yo, I don't want to do this no more. I'm gonna go do what I want to do."
oh yeah, yeah, that happened
And
to him last year. That's what he was
yeah,
telling me last year.
and and see, I'm bad about that, and I'll tell anybody all day. Like, once you pay me or say you're gonna pay me, you pretty much got me.
Yeah,
I've never. There's few times where I'll be mid gig and it's like, man, screw this. You got to get there. If something is not beneficial to you, but I think you should, go about it as professionally as possible and let those people know and give them options and things like that. But you don't owe anybody nothing in this world at all. So do what you do, do how you feel. That's it.
True story. True story.
So a lot of I respect you because you were asking me, and I'm just like, man, dude, how you? And I respect you big time for doing how you feel because I know me, I would have left and
Yeah.
went and did, got there and then been complaining, and just be where you really want to be. And this was my first year because I mean other stuff popped up, for last minute, but I was like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
I was even supposed to shoot 21 Savage. I mean, I could have shot 21 Savage at Spire yesterday. I was just like, nah, go home. You guys got it.
Yeah, like there's just things that you just learn, like you figure out like what's best for you, what's not best for you. Like again, like back in the day, if somebody would told me to do something, I would have jumped on it. But now it's like I gotta like, is it really worth it? Is it beneficial? And it's like I said, nothing against that guy. Me and him are cool now. We talked about it. And,
Fight.
and we're on good terms. But it was just there was a lack of communication, even kind of on my end too. I should have just been a little straightforward, like yo, like this is not gonna work out, blah blah. But I just like stopped responding. And so
No, I mean, you made the effort, showed up.
yeah. I showed up. I parked. I was waiting. Even at the apartment that I was supposed to be staying at, and for like 30 minutes, and calling and texting, and it just started like just feeling weird. And so what I did again, I enjoyed myself. So I left that night, and I went out. I had drinks with some friends that I knew out there. And then the following day, Fader, I had fun at Fader. It was hot as fuck, but I had
So
fun.
hot.
Chilling with this fool, Greg,
Mhm.
MC Cut. Another photographer that I met. Yeah, I forgot his name. Fuck.
Just you had some experiences.
Yeah, man, you meet a lot of dope people. You enjoy yourself. Like that's like again, this was for me personally one of my favorite South by Southwest that I really had fun. The other ones I remember just stressing over it and literally trying to make every event that I had, and a lot of stuff didn't go through, and I'm like literally okay with it. Like I'm okay with it. Like I'm not sitting here bummed about it. And back in the day, I would have been. And
Growth.
Right here on the podcast.
Right here on podcast growth. It's amazing.
But yeah, on my end, that's
Really?
all I have to say.
That boy got that iPhone 10 though.
Ooh,
Ooh, saucy.
I had the iPhone 6 Plus since it came out. That same phone, and that shit was going so slow. So I don't know if I told you, but my home button messed up at Fader. So my little home button on
Oh
there.
yeah, that boy couldn't go home.
Yeah.
What's up? Nah.
So it was just like super, super, super slow. And then I just finally got tired of it, man. So I came back from South by and just got me the iPhone 10, and
He said it very cool, like it just happened. No, I mean, tell him people were. No, I'm just kidding. There's
no,
no
well,
real
okay. First of
backstory.
all, I did
Oh,
not.
you do have the leather Apple case. That's what I asked you.
I told you yes.
No, you didn't.
You said no. You said
Punches in the face.
first of all, you were like, "Oh, is it the Apple one?" I said, "Well, I got it from Easy Wireless." Okay, well, it's not that one. I was like, okay, Fred. I was like, just because I didn't get it from Apple. So
You can get it from Apple, Best Buy. Yeah.
So
Oh, nice. Okay, I see you over there.
you know, I was like, okay. I was like, I didn't get the Apple one, but
Which one? What color is the back? The space gray or is it the white one?
I thought about the white, but I got the space gray.
Because it's never. I don't think it's ever going to be out. So that boy got that leather case like his dad. Haha, yeah.
But mine's
son.
red though, boy.
Whatever.
Didn't yours mess up in South by?
I dropped it on that corner
Yeah.
and busted it up. I need another one, but I get them. I mean, they're about what? I get them for like $40. I just.
Oh, shout out to a lot of people though. Shout out to Andy. Shout out to the guy named Rodney Pins. He works with Jay Prince, but not. I don't care about that too much. He's a super dope guy. He got me the VIP wristband for the first day I was there. I probably didn't need it because they were being super lenient, but the fact that he even did that was like.
Yeah.
I met a lot of dope people, man. Like I said, I really enjoyed myself. Tay Mitch and all them for everybody coming through.
Oh yeah! Shout out to Tay Mitch. Shout out to Migos. Let's do a shout out. Just come on. Let's take our time and shout people out.
Yeah. Shout out Michael Anthony.
Shout out Porterhouse, L.A.
Was he there?
No. This is clothing line.
7 Dreams.
7 streams. 7 streams of income.
Oh.
What's up? That's how you become a millionaire. You feel me, homie? And it's very nice material. Fits me very great.
That does look nice material.
Yeah.
He recently liked a photo of mine. He didn't follow me though. But
why would he follow? I'm just kidding. Let's see who else is. We said Sheldon.
Sheldon, yeah. Shout out to Sheldon. I'm trying to. I forgot his name. I'm trying to find his comment on my photo. Keep talking. Say something.
Shout out to my mama. Appreciate you, mama, for always being there.
Justin James, there we go.
Oh hell yeah! Shout out to that dude. Super dope. Super cool.
So I met him at Pandora the first night I was.
He did his thing out there, man.
Yeah.
Big time, for real.
Yeah, he was super cool. We linked and built, and yeah, man. Looking forward to going to LA and linking up with the Homes.
Oh yeah, because he's LA based.
Yeah, LA based. Cool. Yeah, man, super dope. Man, a lot of dope people. I met this one photographer. I don't remember his name. He works for Getty. He took some really dope images over his career. Older white dude, but he shot Tupac, Prince, Biggie. Like, dude was
concert or just in general.
Well, the Tupac one was at a radio station, a portrait. Mm-hmm. So the story he told me, he was at a radio station. I forget where. And he was there, and somebody was just like, "Yo, you need to get a picture of him. He's the next big thing." And so he snapped up Tupac, and that's just dope. Just even be able to tell that story, that's dope. And no, like the reason I know it was his too because he Googled his name and his image just popped up. And don't remember his name, so I sucked.
Sad face.
Yeah. So a lot of dope people, man. Wow, he has his whole nose on the. And that's why EMS comes up to you.
You okay, sir? Need some water?
See you sniffing the mic.
I'm not dying.
But yeah, man, I was salty about InBloom. I didn't want it. I was just salty not being there.
Oh, you didn't get the. I mean, I win. I'm salty.
Why?
3 songs and you're out of there, and then the artist like goes ham and jumps in the crowd and gives all the photographers in the pit still there. He gives them like $5,000.
But it was this fact that I was getting text messages like, "Yo, you coming to InBloom? Are you here? Where you at?" I was like,
oh, that's a testament to the work that you've put in. So
no, that made me feel and that's why I was even more salty. Like I didn't really care for it too much, but it's just like
Remember that he's saying this in the Bloom that he doesn't care for it. I loved it. I want to come back next year. You guys can.
I'm only gonna care for it if I'm doing all the cool stuff.
Give me backstage.
Yeah.
Oh no! There's this water. Shout out to them. They're not their Instagram, but their social media is H Factor Water, and it's hydrogen infused water. And so, small funny story. I had a strawberry limerita I don't know why. I was like, I want something fruity. I had a strawberry margarita
You
in the
wanted
Bloom.
something fruity?
Yeah. Okay, so drank that, and I was about to have a hangover. It was super hot, I guess.
Oh,
So I drank that water, and I legit felt better. So I'm gonna go looking for it and try to buy some of that stuff because it's really good for you. I felt like a new man.
nice.
Swag.
One more thing.
What's up?
Okay, so I am officially a huge Toby fan. These past 2 Twisted Sunday visuals that he put out have been fucking dope. And not only that, the lyrics, like the whole freestyle has been dope.
Oh, he's killing it.
So have you seen this newest one with the big head?
Yeah, that was with him with his wife. Yeah, that
This
was really
shit
tight.
is dope. Like that is super dope.
Toby,
And
what's up, man? Come on, you coming on the show, man?
The one where he's under the freeway, he spit some shit right there.
Yeah,
Yo,
he
I'm a
did.
fan. Yeah.
Toby,
I need you on the podcast.
We need you on
man.
the podcast.
I don't have so many questions, but I'm gonna get there.
We got
But
some questions.
Shit, this is like, yeah, man. I love seeing she's creating content and it's consistent and it's fucking creative as shit and the fucking freestyle is amazing. Yeah, this is dope.
No,
This is super dope. But I'm not just saying that to hype him
So-
up. Like I'm a fan because I was like, okay, so I heard of him. Who is this guy? I was like, okay, and like following him and seeing his growth and seeing him at South by Southwest, all that stuff. Like this is super dope.
No, he did his thing out there, man. He was on a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, no, he was, and I'm really upset that I wasn't able to at least see a
See
show
him
or anything.
once. I
Yeah,
know. We was just, we were stuck at the fader.
But nah, super dope. So shout out to him. Love the album. Loving these visuals and the freestyles. Twisted Sundays.
You feel me? Nah, guys, doing his Thug Fizzle, and we need him on here.
Yeah,
It's
too
more
much for
Spanish.
y'all.
All good. Man, we pretty much touch up on everything, man.
Touch up on everything. But
Touch up on everything, man. Oh, another thing. I'm a fan of Mozzie now. He was at Fader Court.
I didn't know he was on the Black Panther album until after.
Yeah. He's Sacramento, California. What's up, homie?
Hey,
hold it down. One time. But yeah,
Any
man.
more shout outs I need to give? I don't like nobody else.
Nobody?
I'm trying to think any more shout outs because I don't like nobody else.
Shout out to my barber.
Shout out to my dog.
Shout out to Taxman. I'm just all in my ear. It's gonna be on the video.
It's nasty.
No, I'm gonna cut to you. Anytime I do something gross, I'm gonna just cut to you.
Oh, so wait, did you like that one Jeezy photo when you said that was trippy? 'Cause I felt like that was.
No, I haven't liked it yet.
No, like, did you actually like it?
No, it was really tight.
Oh, I
It's
thought you were
really tight.
just
It
saying
really is
that.
trippy.
It didn't feel genuine, but
No. Oh my
it's that
gosh.
one later. But yeah, I'm done. I have nothing left to say or give to you people.
We're tired. We didn't do the podcast last week. Oh, it was a combination of conflicting schedules. Tired as shit. And then the pollen in Houston has been brutal.
I am taking nasal spray and Zyrtec every morning and night. Honestly,
What day was it?
2 sprays each nostril.
It's just not enough. I just need it to rain. I need the pollen to go away.
Actually, I do. So I'm doing some more side stuff this whole week. Yeah, I need it to rain. Because yesterday, I don't know if you can tell, but I got dark. Can you tell?
What? That boy getting black.
50 Shades of Brown in this thing,
You know what I'm
boy.
saying?
You know what I'm saying? Let me know what color you want, girl. Oh. All right, yo, I'm done.
We're whack.
All right.
Don't mind us. All right, man. Thank you for tuning in to the Not So Cool podcast, where we make not so being. I'm gonna get that down one
Thank
day.
you for tuning in to the Not So Cool podcast, where we make not being cool.
Blacka, pow.
Man's not hot.
Oh yeah, check out Sheck West. I love that guy.
Who's that?
That song I was listening to earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's like under 20. He was a model at one point in New York, and then he's like, you know what? I'm gonna rap now.
All right. Da-da-da. shout out to him, but I gotta use the restroom. We're running out of time.
So, since Mike has to use the restroom, we're gonna keep on talking until he literally shits on himself.
I don't gotta do that. I gotta take a piss. No, for real. We can keep recording and follow me to the restroom.
Pissy boy. Okay, I'm gonna pick his camera up, follow him to the restroom. All right, man. But all right, let's say the.
Make sure you got a wide angle. Okay, we're done. Let's just stop.
It's very micro.
All
I
right,
need a
here we go.
macro
I'm
lens.
putting my headphones down.